All right, Coach, all around great game today. Bats were alive, and then the pitching, especially Tommy Egan, 9 Ks in 5 innings, just awesome performance from him as well.
Yeah, we certainly had to deal with a lot. We had the unfortunate, obviously the rain kind of got in here. I hate it. It's not like nobody wants that to happen. You know, I feel for their side, our side, nobody obviously intends for it to do it. But we battled through it. Tommy shot there, I think it was 31 minutes on the delay, and so he utilized it as if it was a long inning, blended his throwing in between. So that was kind of our format to keep him locked in. Coach Ross did a great job, with him as we were trying to figure this thing out. And, then obviously gets a cramp in his right leg in like the 4th, and then gets his face busted and later in the 4th. And it was very odd. And he, in his last inning, I think runners at second, no outs, and he, gets through that, which just navigating was very impressive. And so we needed that, we got to be excellent with our starting pitching, and I think he's really done a good job giving us 5 innings both of these first 2 weeks.
7 hits combined between your first 2 guys in the lineup, AP and Jimmy. I mean, just talk about what they've been doing at the top of the lineup there.
Well, AP hadn't been practicing because he's been, kind of sick the last couple of days, and so I think that says a lot about him. Obviously, fans wouldn't know he was sick. I think you could see he was kind of struggling in his gait. Stomach was still a little bit, off in terms of the running, not what he did with the bat, swinging. And then Jimmy I thought he did a great job of adjusting mid at bat and pitch to pitch. There's a couple pitches that he had that he, maybe missed, fouled off, and then he ended up getting it later in the bat and obviously did damage to him. And so, the more that he does that, it's certainly better for the Trojans. But I thought everybody contributed in their own way, 1 to 9. Everybody had a moment, or an at bat, or grinded, whatever it may have been. And Jay Boroff in the 6th inning, I mean, it gets lost because the way the game goes at the end. But like it's a 2-0 game in the 6th. Nico gets the double, Drew situationals, Jabe's down, early in the count, grinds, takes, fouls, spoils, and then 2-2 ends up hitting it 390 feet for a deep sac fly to make it 3-0, which, I mean, that's just a huge deal because you think about it the next inning, they get a run, we kind of maneuver and finagle out, especially with Alonso coming in there and doing his job. But it's a tight game. It's 3-1. It's a Friday night ball game. Just because it ended up separated, that wasn't the reality of the game. We talked about that before the year. You go look at the DNA of games. Like everyone leaves here, goes, "Oh, that was easy." Like there was nothing easy. Campbell's very good. They're incredibly well coached, as we have obviously already knowing how great their coaching staff are. And so it got separated out. What was great was that we found a way to finish it there in the 8th. Don't use any other arms and things of that nature because that can be pivotal as you go through the course of a weekend and obviously the year at times.
Yeah, I want to talk about those factors that you talked about, the rain and sickness and all the different things. Just tell me what kind of confidence that builds for you as a coach in your team to be able to still finish a game like that.
Well, I think many times, everybody says they're tough, and then you get put in tough moments. Like, what do you actually do? And baseball is certainly not one that like had a guy such as Tommy, perhaps, had it not continue to go well. It doesn't make it not tough, but it's a pivotal thing that he can now have in his reservoir of things he's good at. But also, the team got to like watch every aspect of it. Like, oh, he's able to go back out. Oh, he's getting better. Oh, he's cramping. Oh, he just busted his face. He's not as pretty as he was 10 minutes ago. And like he does them all and just continues to pitch and continues to win, what he's asked to do out there, which is start game 1 of the weekend. And so it's going to happen in a lot of different ways. And outings for him and what goes on, but at least he's going to be prepared. He's certainly seen a lot of things over his first 10 innings as a Trojan.
Yeah, and I know it wasn't the ideal opening day with the rain like you mentioned, but just tell me about the atmosphere being back at home and just being surrounded by a Troy community.
Well, there's nothing better than being here at RPF, obviously, and people were out and left early. People, you can feel a good buzz in the stadium. They did a great job. I always say with the clap, I was really proud of the rhythmic nature of it, if you will, because I'm a huge fan of it. And certainly we ended. Look, I know they sound kind of hokey, but like it helped us punch tickets tonight. I thought the fans, got us over the edge. And, like I said, you hate that it's just tough decisions when you don't have anything. Maybe you don't have something, then it does come through. And, you feel like an idiot if you're the one making the call. And you try to do the best you can. But I think it'll end up paying dividends in some sort of circumstance as we go through the course of our season.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
All right, Jimmy, birthday homer, overall a very productive play at the plate. Just how are you seeing the ball tonight?
I was seeing it really good. I was sitting fastball. just like every other at bat. Also, he popped up and that's big.
4 hits out of the leadoff spot for you today. You've been on base, it seems like, every time you bat so far this season. I mean, how have you been really gelling with this new team and coming in and with Ben as the hitting coach especially?
Yeah, it's awesome. Ben does a great job. We've got 8 other dudes in our lineup that are going to produce every day. So I feel comfortable hitting at the top because we got a bunch of dudes behind me that can do the job.
13 Ks from the pitching staff tonight. You're obviously behind the plate for that. I mean, what's this pitching staff been like to work with?
Oh, the pitching staff is super fun to work with. I mean, really good personalities. I mean, we got some strike throwers. We got a lot of guys with high views. It's just so much fun to get with them.
How cool is it just to walk that off at the end there for the run rule win there?
It's awesome. I'm glad we had a good attendance here tonight and look forward to coming out tomorrow as well.
Yeah, and just being at home for this series, tell me what it's like to have this crowd with you guys, even with the rain and everybody staying here for you guys.
Oh, it's so fun. I mean, with the rain, I'm so happy. I mean, they were hiding under the little underpass we got right there, but they all stayed. I mean, Doubles Alley stayed. It was just a great show out overall.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a slower start just going into the first couple innings, but y'all managed to get it going. What was kind of the momentum there getting it going in those last couple innings?
Yeah, I think we just needed to string together a few hits, and then it went from there. I think that we put together good at-bats the whole game, and eventually we were going to scratch them across, and it just happened to be 13. So.
Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.